What is up, guys? It's Slayer here and welcome back to another World of Warships Legends gameplay. And today, as promised, we are in the tier 5 destroyer, American destroyer, the Monaghan. I did promise a destroyer gameplay, and here it is with the Monaghan, a really unique tier 5 premium ship. Now this ship has 4x1 127mm guns, which are really good, reloading at a 4.4 reload speed. And we're gonna demonstrate that a little bit here. We're gonna smoke up a bit, and I want to talk about the torpedoes as well. Now these torpedoes are the ones that you expect on the Vandam. It's the long range slow torpedoes. It is the 59 or 58 knots, I believe. 10 kilometers, 16,633 maximum damage for these torpedoes. Now, what that means is you're definitely not going to get any hits on a ship that is faster than a cruiser. So, Monaghan, really unique ship. A ship that you probably don't see much in any games or has been told to avoid and go ahead with the tech tree, play with the tech tree, American tech tree destroyers. Now we hit the Oklahoma there for some torpedoes hits. We're trying to gun down this destroyer, but unfortunately he smokes up. I believe he reversed, so these hits right here are not hitting. Now we're gonna get out our smoke here, and I believe the Nevada pops around the island over here, and we're gonna try to avoid getting spotted by our concealment. And our concealment is a 5.8 kilometer concealment that is really good for the Monaghan and makes it really sneaky when it gets those 58 knots torpedoes in. So don't sleep on these torpedoes. Now you have the option to change them for really shorter range, faster torpedoes, but in my opinion, I would rather keep these torpedoes because they hit harder than the others, and on top of that is a more longer range, which, as you've seen there, I was actually aiming for the destroyer and I managed to get the Oklahoma as well. We're up to 49,644 damage so far, and we're gonna try to sink this Nevada here with these torpedoes. Now, going into this gameplay, our commander is going to be Albert Gleif. Along with our inspirations there, it's going to be a more balanced gunboat to torpedo boats than a average torpedo boat gameplay. Now, this Nevada is going to get hit hard with 2 torpedoes here, and it's going to lead to a double flooding along with these fires already set on it. So this Nevada is not going to be around for that long as we try to gun it down with our 127mm guns. On top of that, the Queen Elizabeth managed to finish it, and we're going to continue on and try to sink as many ships as we can. But unfortunately, this gameplay was one of those gameplays I wish I could have gone back. I believe I could have done more damage, but since I was playing it more of playing it safe due to the carrier on the other side, I didn't really want to play at the maximum play style that this ship could offer. But still, this game was a really good one, and I decided to make a video on it, and the Monaghan, showcasing Monaghan, 1, and 2, Monaghan is a really good ship. It's a ship that many people have been talking about negatively, and I wouldn't say like it's a bad ship. I would say more that it's a ship that I would definitely pick up and recommend picking up. It's really fun. It feels good, and despite being a little bit slow, and it has that sluggish torque or sluggish what was it? Sluggish turrets? I believe it was the sluggish turrets that this ship has. But the downside of the Monaghan, I don't think it was a turret. I believe it was the shots. It has that aiming at long distance was a little difficult for this ship, along with the other Americans destroyers. I think that's what it was for me. Now we're gonna send some torps out for the Warspike and the Duncan here that we're reversing. And the issue that I had here was that these torpedoes were too slow to get to the target, and unfortunately it was a little too late to get all that hit. Maybe a potential double strike. Our tier 4 destroyer teammates trying to sink the carrier there. But he is up against a really good destroyer there. Or not a destroyer, carrier, since, you know, British have that carpet bombing ability. And we do spot the destroyer, and once again I was talking about the aiming up the long distance is an issue to sink the ships, because it's really tough to get that sure shot skills or perk that the Russians have. Now we do manage to hit the Warspike, and I believe we got some hits on the Duncan there. And we're up to 111,375 damage, was already our Confederate medal and our high caliber, and it's only been around 5 minutes into the game. Now we're going to try to set some fires on the Warspike, since it did take a hit which caused flooding, and we're going to try to make, you know, do some DOT damage over time. But unfortunately I don't think we get a fire on it. We're gonna have to smoke up, since that the carrier airplane actually spots us at the, I believe right now. We're gonna send some torps out there and see if the Duncan can get hit by one of them. But the Duncan player is actually going to play really well, and there you go. That British carrier tries to hit us with the carpet bombing dive bombers, and unfortunately he missed. And we're gonna try to set some fires on the Duncan here, but I believe we hit him with like 40 shells with no fire, since the Monaghan has a 5% chance of setting a fire. We're unfortunately enough to not get a fire on the Duncan. The Warspike, on the other hand, we're gonna try to send torps out there, just try to hit them, and trying to set them more fires on there. We're trying to go forward and reversing to trick this carrier player into thinking where I'm at. I don't want to give him my location, since carpet bombing, he could definitely hit me pretty hard there. Now on top of that, we have this long range smoke, not long range, smoke, which is pretty good. We get 2 smokes, an engine boost, so something to keep in mind if you're interested in a Monaghan. We do sink the Warspike there. We do get 1 torpedo hit, and I believe that's the destroyer trying to torpedo us in smoke. We're going to dodge that with our 3.4 rudder shift maneuverability we got there. Our rudder shift time is 3.4. Turning circle, I believe, is under 600 millimeters, so pretty unique. Cons about this ship, it's pretty slow. 36 knots is pretty debatable if you tell me at a tier 5. Concealment wise, it's pretty good. 5.8, not bad. Probably get that lower if I upgraded my commanders. Maybe, maybe not. Definitely could have changed out my inspirations for a concealment build, but not really useful at the moment. I'm not really much of a torpedo boat. Like I said, on the balanced ship, torpedo boat, gunboat, between the both. Carrier tries to carpet bomb me, and I believe he missed all his shots there. I don't know how one of those bombs didn't hit me, and I'm not really going to question that. New Mexico, I believe, did sink that destroyer, so it's only the carrier now able to send torps and dive bomb. I believe he gives up on me and actually tries to hit the New Mexico for some HE damage there. We're up to 122,695 damage, and there's only 3 ships left. Now, like I said earlier, this Dunkerque player is actually going to play really well and almost actually pulls a pretty clutch comeback, but unfortunately it was a little too late trying to get this comeback. And West Virginia is a little too far at the moment to send some torps. Like I said, we do have that 10-kilometer torpedo range, but sending these torps 58 knots. By the time they reach, this battleship is probably already turning or has changed its direction, so there's no point in even trying to get the long range hits. I'm trying to focus on this Dunkerque because I'm afraid that if I go down, my team won't be able to hit this Dunkerque. Now, I believe we do get some hits on that West Virginia that I don't pay attention to. And this carrier is spotting me, and I'm out of smokes, so I'm gonna be able to go dark anytime soon. Still trying to focus on this Dunkerque, and I believe the aircraft carrier spotted those torps for him, so that's why he has turned to the right to avoid getting hit by these torps. So we do hit the West Virginia there for a torpedo. We do cause some flooding. The Dunkerque is going to turn left and avoid that last torpedo. So I didn't talk much about the torpedoes, but we do have 2 launchers, 2 torpedo launchers, and it's a 2x5 setup there. And the reload speeds, it's another con of this ship, but makes kind of sense since you have that pretty good torpedo. So it's 107.4 for its reload speed for the torpedoes, and the range is 10.7, which is pretty good there. We're gonna try to set some fires on the Dunkerque, and finally we get our first fire on this Dunkerque. It's been forever trying to get a hit on that Dunkerque. I believe the New Mexico sunk the carrier and the West Virginia, so thank you very much for that, New Mexico. Appreciate that. Carrier was actually going to lead to my death here. I do a rookie mistake of going behind that island and going forward to get hit by the Dunkerque. And right here, we're trying to get our maximum damage before the game ends. I'm going to see if the AP actually could hit and finish the Dunkerque. Unfortunately, the Dunkerque is going to survive this match and the battle ends. So that is my review of the Monaghan. 143,950 damage. Top of the leaderboard was two destroyed ships. 2,896 XP. We had 10 torpedoes hits, we had 9 floodings, 3 fires, 2 destroyed ships, high calibered Confederate medal. We have that First Blood and Devastating Strike medals for a really good Monaghan game. I would probably recommend picking up this ship if you do like it. If not, that's okay. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in another cracking video. Peace out.